referred to as core features. After removing the core features, the spacers are used as an edge mask to define trenches in the underlying layer. While the spacer CD control is generally excellent, the trench CD may fall in tune of two populations, due to the two possibilities of being located where a core feature was located or in the remaining gap. This is known as pitch walking. 50. Generally pitch equals core CD plus gap CD plus 2 asterisk spacer CD, but this does not guarantee core CD equals gap CD. For field features like gate or active area isolation, for example, fins, the trench CD is not as critical as the spacer-defined CD, in which case, spacer patterning is actually the preferred patterning approach. When self-aligned quadruple patterning, SAQP, is used, there is a second spacer that is utilized, replacing the first one. In this case, the core CD is replaced by core CD, 2 asterisk second spacer CD, and the gap CD is replaced by gap CD, 2 asterisk second spacer CD. Thus, some feature dimensions are strictly defined by the second spacer CD, while the remaining feature dimensions are defined by the core CD, core pitch, and first and second spacer CDs. The core CD and core pitch are defined by conventional lithography, while the spacer CDs are independent of lithography. This is actually expected to have less variation than pitch splitting, where an additional exposure defines its own CD, both directly and through overlay. Spacer-defined lines also require cutting. The cut spots may shift at exposure, resulting in distorted line ends or intrusions into adjacent lines. Spacer patterning issues. Spacer patterning has excellent CD control for features directly patterned by the spacer, but the spaces between spacers may be split into core and gap populations. Overlay error impact on line cut. An overlay error in a cut hole exposure could distort the line ends, top, or infringe on an adjacent line, bottom. 2 EUV patterning issues. In EUV lithography, a pair of features may not have both features in focus at the same time. One will have different size from the other, and both will shift differently through focus as well. 7 nm EUV stochastic failure probability. 7 features are expected to approach 20 nm width. The probability of EUV stochastic failure is measurably high for the commonly applied dose of 30 mj/cm 2. Self-aligned litho-etch SAIL has been implemented for 7 nm bill patterning. 51 EUV lithography. Extreme ultraviolet lithography, also known as EUV or EUVL, is capable of resolving features below 20 nm in conventional lithography style. However, the 3D reflective nature of the EUV mask results in new anomalies in the imaging. One particular nuisance is the two-bar effect, where a pair of identical bar-shaped features do not focus identically. One feature is essentially in the shadow of the other. Consequently, the two features generally have different CDs which change through focus, and these features also shift position through focus. 52, 53, 54. This effect may be similar to what may be encountered with pitch splitting. A related issue is the difference of best focus among features of different pitches. 55. EUV also has issues with reliably printing all features in a large population. Some contacts may be completely missing or lines bridged. These are known as stochastic printing failures. 56, 57. The defect level is on the order of 1 K/mm 2. 58. The tip-to-tip gap is hard to control for EUV, largely due to the illumination constraint. 59. A separate exposure, S, for cutting lines is preferred. Attenuated phase shift masks have been used in production for 90 nm node for adequate focus windows for arbitrarily pitched contacts with the RF laser wavelength, 193 nm, 60, 61. whereas this solution enhancement is not available for EUV.6263 at 2021 SPIE's EUV lithography conference. It was reported by a TSMC customer that EUV contact yield was comparable to immersion multi-patterning yield. 64 comparison with previous nodes. Due to these challenges, 7nm poses unprecedented patterning difficulty in the back end of line. Bill. The previous high-volume long-lived foundry node, Samsung 10nm, TSMC 16nm, used pitch splitting for the tighter pitch metal layers. 65, 66, 67, cycle time, immersion versus EUV. Process immersion, greater than or equal to 275 WPH, 68, EUV, 1500 wafers /day, 69, single patterned layer 1 day completion by immersion 6000 wafers /day 1500 wafers /day double patterned layer 2 days completion by immersion 6000 wafers /2 days 3000 wafers /2 days triple patterned layer 3 days completion by immersion 6000 wafers /3 days 4500 wafers /3 days quad patterned layer 4 days completion by immersion 6000 wafers /4 days 6000 wafers /4 days. Due to the immersion tools being faster presently, multi-patterning is still used on most layers. On the layers requiring immersion quad patterning, the layer completion throughput by EUV is comparable. On the other layers, immersion would be more productive at completing the layer even with multi-patterning. 7nm design rule management in volume production. The 7nm metal patterning currently practiced by TSMC involves self-aligned double patterning, SADP, lines with cuts inserted within a cell on a separate MOSFET as needed to reduce cell height. 70, however, self-aligned quad patterning, SACP, is used to form the fin, the most important factor to performance. 71. Design rule checks also allow via multi-patterning to be avoided, and provide enough clearances for cuts that only one cut mask is needed. 71. 7nm process nodes and process offerings. The naming of process nodes by 4 different manufacturers, TSMC, Samsung, SMIC, Intel, is partially marketing driven and not directly related to any measurable distance on a chip. For example, TSMC's 7nm node was previously similar in some key dimensions to Intel's planned first iteration 10nm node before Intel released further iterations, culminating in 10nm enhanced superfin, which was later renamed to Intel 7 for marketing reasons. 72, 73. Since EUV implementation at 7nm is still limited, multi-patterning still plays an important part in cost and yield. EUV adds extra considerations. The resolution for most critical layers is still determined by multiple patterning. For example, for Samsung's 7nm, even with EUV single patterned 36nm pitch layers, 44nm pitch layers would still be quadruple patterned. 74. 7nm process nodes and process offerings. Samsung's and Intel's MIC process name 7LPP, 75, 76, 6LPP, 77, N7, 78, N7P, 30, N7 Plus, 79, N6 Intel 7, 23, N and 1. And GT7nm, N plus 2, 7nm, 7nm EUV transistor density, MTR /mm 2, 95.08 100.59, 80, 81, 112.7991.296.5, 82, 83, 113.9, 82, 114.2, 28, 100.76 106.1, 84, 85, 60.41, 86, 89, 87, unknown SRAM bit cell size 0.0262 M2, 88, unknown 0.027 M2, 88, unknown 0.0312 M2 unknown transistor gate pitch 54 nm unknown 54 unknown 54 unknown transistor fin pitch 27 unknown unknown 34 unknown transistor fin high chunk unknown /unknown 53 unknown minimum metal pitch 46 nm unknown 40 nm and LT 40 nm unknown 40 nm 89 unknown UV implementation 36 nm pitch metal winking sat smiley 74 20% of total layer set unknown used self-aligned quad patterning SACP instead 4 layers 5 layers none relied on SAC Fevelin and Nunnies. After N+2, EUV limited wafer output 1500 wafers /day, 69, unknown N/A 1000 wafers /day, 90, unknown N/unknown multi-patterning, greater than or equal to 2 masks on a layer, Finsgate Vias, double patterned, 91, metal 1, triple patterned, 91, 44 nm pitch metal, quad patterned, 74, unknown Finsgate contacts /bias, quad patterned, 92, lowest 10 metal layers same as N7 with reduction and 4 UV layers same as N7, with reduction and 5 EUV layers multi-patterning with DUV multi-patterning with Javan known release. Status 2018 Risk Production 2019 Production 2020 Production 2017 Risk Production 2018 Production 1 2019 Production 2018 Risk Production 1 2019 Production 2020 Risk Production 2020 Production 2021 Production 23, April 2021 Risk Production Mass Production Unknown Late 2021 Risk Production Quietly produced since July 2021, 93, postponed due to use embargo. Global Foundries 7nm 7LP, leading performance. Process would have offered 40% higher performance or 60% and lower power with a 2x scaling in density and at a 30-45% lower cost per die over its 14nm process. The contacted poly pitch, CPP, would have been 56 nm and the minimum metal pitch, MMP, would have been 40 nm, produced with self-aligned double patterning, SADP. A 6T SRAM cell would have been 0.269 square microns in size. Global Foundries planned to eventually use EUV lithography in an improved process called 7LP+. 94. Global Foundries later stopped all 7nm and beyond process development. 95. Intel's new Intel 7 process, previously known as 10nm Enhanced Superfin, 10ESF, is based on its previous 10nm node. The node will feature a 10-15% increase in performance per watt. Meanwhile, their old 7nm process, now called Intel 4, is expected to be released in 2023. 96. Few details about the Intel 4 node have been made public, although its transistor density has been estimated to be at least 202 million transistors per square millimeter. 23. 97. As of 2020, Intel is experiencing problems with its Intel 4 process to the point of outsourcing production of its Ponte Vecchio GPUs. 98. 99. References. 7nm technology.
Good. I did finish reading this. And now it's 11:30. So I will start to write it there, but I have all my computer read lists. I have on my original read list. Just make a secondary, just like to read something else than tanks. I will go back reading my tanks. So that's 7 nm nanomillimeters process. Yes, CPU processors. So I will take a break. I will charging my camcorder and I will start upload this. Then I will find some more PDF